Oh hey, welcome to another edition of hand-laid tracks and 3D printed trains with Sugrafi. Today we're looking at a short work flat car. I saw this flat car here in Amsterdam in the West Haven and I thought, hey, I got some rail work to do. I get a flat car. It comes with magnetic loads. Has a little, I used wood filament for that, and if you do it on a smooth bed and you line the layer line up, it sort of gets almost a wood grain in there. It's kind of in there. So I usually start with the color that's going to be the actual magnet hole. Generally I'd start in the white color or the yellow color because or actually the brown of the magnet, and then hit the black. It's annoying, the hole will either show through the wood layer or it'll make this sort of an eye shape around it. And in the end, I try to make the hole not show through. The eye shape is annoying, but showing through is worse. So I usually also turn purge to infill off. But there's also been a slight upgrade. I put the little tiny hold downs on the top, and I've switched to smaller magnets. And I'm going to include both versions because I used to use the bigger magnets, but I found they were interfering with my magnetic uncouplers. So basically you just want to click the edges in the yellow and the white for the words, and then click the body back to black. But don't forget to click the inside of the bottom there to make that into the tan color for the wood. And just make sure also you re-slice it to get the proper layer for the magnets. You want to get, when it shows the cover for the magnets, that's where you want to hit the add pause. And the back of the buffers, again, it's the sort of same thing. You click it into the one color and you can just sort of swipe across it to get it in the other color, and it's sort of easy to fix the bottoms with the brown or putting it back to the brown color. And then you can see this gets, I'm just sort of swiping the color that I'm trying to add, and I'm fixing it later. It's just easier to swipe the little tiny pieces into black and then turn them all back to yellow. And with little magnetic loads, got a magnet inside, 2 in each one. You can put your loads on, use microtrain couplers on the bottom, medium shank. I have a bunch of different little loads for it. I made the train stops I use. I have the two in both directions, the same one, and also the more open train stop I made. I just copied them directly from my tracks, and they're a bit oversized on the tracks. They look a little bit big on the load, but still not that bad. And there's a thing called a mega block. It's basically like a large Lego block looking thing, and they can stack them up and make walls or such out of them, and that's why they have pins on the top so they fit in the ones on the bottom. So I have a whole flat layer of them. I made a double stack, or I guess it's actually, there's like 12 each one. There's a lot of blocks in there in the end, and then there's more of a tight version of it. I also made what amounts to being cross ties. I see this frequently on the real car in Amsterdam. It has cross ties set up. It's one of the things that Rail Pro uses to do track work, and so I made a triple stack of cross ties. Ones we use here are concrete, so I made it in a concrete color. It's actually, I think it's Sunlu marble. It's a pretty nice filament for that. So you can stack them up with what you want, do some work on the tracks. It is in fact a 4-color print. I added a little tiny white text blocks on the side, and also little yellow hold downs and yellows on the back as well for the hold downs. One thing, I did switch over to smaller magnets. I've been normally using a 6x3, and I started to use a magnetic uncoupler, and I found the 6x3 was more interfering with the magnets on the uncoupler, and I tried the smaller 3x3s, and they seemed to work a little bit better for the magnetic uncoupler, less interference. And by the way, this car is also, it fits the standard 40-foot magnetic loads that are in the intermodal. There's 3 different versions of intermodal cars. This also works as a flat car if you wanted to run intermodals. The intermodals are mostly on the 3 different intermodal cars, but this has the rail plug as well. And since it's already done, I'll include both the larger 6mm by 3 and the 3mm by 3 versions of it. They'll be marked 6x3 and by 3x3. But in the future, I'll probably just stick with the 3x3s. They work just as well to attach it, and like I say, it's a lot less interference for the magnetic uncouplers. I generally use the N35 magnets, the weaker normal magnets. N52s are very strong magnets, and again, it's a matter of getting enough that it holds the load but doesn't interfere with the magnetic uncouplers. And so I'm finding the 3x3s work better. They'll all be included in this one. It prints upside down. You use a pause command like in the bamboo slicer. You basically slice it once and you go with the layers to the point where you see the magnet holes cross over, and then you hit, using the left click, hit add pause there. You have to reslice it to get the actual pausing command in there. And for me, with the 20 millimeter or a 0.2 millimeter layer, it's usually layer 13. And then leave the sounds on. I use a Bamboo A1 printer, and when it hits layer 13, it'll make a noise, doo-doo-doo-doo. It'll stop and move to the side. You also want to put the prints close to the front of the bed, because if in the back of the bed, unless you have access to the back of your printer, it's going to be very hard to stick the magnets in. And the other thing that's really important to do is you want to make sure your magnets are always oriented the same way. Otherwise, some loads will fit and some loads won't. And if you have one way and the other one the other direction, nothing works. You end up having to either pull that car apart or just throw it away. What I do is usually I have a couple failed prints, but I use them to set the magnets on top of. So you take a magnet and you basically stick it on there, just the one, mind you, but then you know it's in the right orientation. It's not easy to do. You have your magnet there and you put it into the print when the pause happens. The ones that are against the print bed, because this is about layer, there's usually 3 layers before the magnet shows up the hole. They stick pretty well for me, but we're like, if you're doing the containers or anything that's higher, the top magnets have to be glued in. For the most part, the bottom magnets, they work pretty well. Like I say, you want to make sure you're using the same thing. You would use an old car, because that way the magnet's in the proper orientation, because that's not backwards that way. So what I'll do is have 2 magnets on the car. When it pauses, I'll put this thing and sort of slide it off, and that leaves the 2 magnets in the print. And you got magnets in a print, multiple colors, wonderful little car. Fix some trains, fix some track, get it on Colts. Thanks for watching. Check it out next time. This was Hanley Tracks and 3D printed trains. Never came up with a theme song. Not exactly a theme song, like this one here. Ain't no theme song. Hanley Tracks and 3D printed trains.